as you can see, I'm back with another video. And in tonight's video, as you can see, we're going with another rebuild. It is Sunday, so usually rebuilds are back on Sundays. And in this one, we are kind of rebuilding, maybe even more of a retooling of a certain NBA team. The Boston Celtics. Yes, the Boston Celtics. Very interesting team. Obviously, one point in time, a couple years ago, was known as the franchise to be, the up and up, maybe the new dynasty in the NBA at one point, but it looks like that never came to be. Now, with obviously a young budding star, Jason Tatum, an all-star right beside him, and Jaylen Brown, pretty interesting to see how this team is going to go in the future in real life. Now, in real life, there's a bunch of things, and a bunch of people are saying different things about what this team should do, and I think just in this video, I'm going to be doing it the safe way. This is not going to be more of like a fantasy style video, so no, I'm not blowing it up. I'm not trading away Jason Tatum. I'm not trading away Jaylen Brown. Just, again, sort of seeing what I have to deal with and sort of retool the pieces on this team. But as you can see, the team is okay. I think the depth of the team is something that is really lackluster. That's why I'm putting some more bench scoring, putting Dennis Schroeder off the bench, starting Marcus Smart. And yeah, I guess this is the team for the first year. I'm really just going to be simulating the first year. Not going to be making any big time trades because I don't really think Boston has the right moves to really make a move and to really have the players to do it. So I think next season, having a little bit of cap space extra, seeing what they have left after their team is done after the year, I think is going to be the best move for them to maybe even do that in real life without even trading away again Jaylen Brown or doing anything big like that. But this, as I'm filming this video, is the day after Christmas, so I really hope you guys had a really good Christmas. Make sure again you like the video. If you do like the video, subscribe to the channel to see all the randomness I do. I have a lot of fun stuff to go through this week for videos, so really hope to have a really good closing out of the year. So far, you guys have already blown that out of the water, for sure. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for that. But anyways, as you just saw for the last, 20 seconds, I was just, looking through the Jaylen Brown trades. You guys have seen it. Again, if this was, a real-life trade scenario, I just don't really feel anyone that's going to really put the Celtics over the top or over the hump or find a good fit. Of course, the first one, the Ben Simmons one, is probably the most interesting trade piece, but man, that might be the last resort if I'm a Boston Celtics fan, at least in my opinion. Taking a look halfway through this first season, pretty normal. We are the 4th seed right now, so pretty, average in the middle for a playoff team. Nothing too out of the ordinary as well when it comes to the ordering of the teams, so that's actually really good to see. Well, for the Eastern Conference, for the Western Conference, it looked a little weird. Obviously having the New Orleans Pelicans at the #1 seed. The Kawhi Leonard-less LA Clippers always doing really good for some reason. 2K hates Kawhi Leonard but loves him when Paul George is on his own team. And then something else I found out that Draymond Green got traded to the Sacramento Kings. I'm suggesting because Harrison Barnes is on the team. Yeah, there he is. Wow. That would definitely be pretty wild, but obviously we know Draymond Green is pretty valuable on the Warriors. For stats, yeah, the duo is averaging nearly 60 points per game between each other. That's absolutely amazing. Obviously it falls off pretty drastically. Having Marcus Smart at the point guard position isn't the best spot for him. And I know last time I did a Boston Celtic rebuild, I traded away Marcus Smart, and a lot of Celtic fans got mad at me, so I'm going to try to keep him on the team as long as possible. So hey, stick around and see if he lives on in the Celtic jersey. Going off the rest of the year, MVP, Nikola Jokic, definitely nothing too crazy there. Rookie of the year, Keith Cunningham. Andre Drummond, 6th man. Giannis, defensive player of the year. Oh, Tyrese Maxey, most improved. I haven't seen one of those in quite some time. Yeah, pretty much the traditional, regular lineup there. All NBA first team, second team, and third team. We do not get anyone. Oh, actually, no, we could just hit him right here. 91 overall, so he went from a 1 to 89 overall to a 91 overall. That's actually pretty good. But what's not good is our luck getting matched up against the Brooklyn Nets in the first round of the playoffs. Are you absolutely kidding me, dude? Oh my goodness. Now, of course, our perimeter defense is really good. Obviously, we have Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, but that's really good, but I just don't think we have an offensive, capability to keep up with of these guys. I mean, obviously Kevin Durant's still gonna get his, and James Harden and Kyrie, but even the others of the Nets with LaMarcus Aldridge and Patty Mills, man, it's a lot to have to keep up with. But as we simulated the play-in, we have the Hornets, the Kings actually making the playoffs. That's actually pretty interesting. The Grizzlies beat out the Warriors. Oh no, I'm sorry, the Grizzlies just went out to make it in the play-in. Then we have the Chicago Bulls going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. But again, we really have to worry about our own matchup here. Just showing you guys, it's basically in every video, it's all on 50 simulator difficulty. Just in case we win this series, because I don't want anyone saying cheating if I do beat this series. Oh yeah, already down 1-0. Oh my goodness, yeah. See, what you really need to focus on when trying to face these Nets team is really try to have one of the big three have a bad game. If they all score over 20 points, it's really hard to try to beat this team. But game 2, already down 0-2, and that's definitely not great. Okay. Oh man, oh my god, Kitty had 36. That's so bad. And yeah, I mean, I kind of already know this going into the series. It's really obviously going to be what building around the Boston Celtics is going to be. Obviously, we lose the series, but they need extra help and pieces. Obviously, to win a title nowadays, you kind of have to have not necessarily a big three, but you definitely have 3 options. And right now, the Celtics really only have 2, and definitely would be nice to try to find that third option for them. What it either is in free agency, trading away players, this and that. Definitely need to find a third option, and also adding depth to the team as well is definitely what they need to look for as well. Oh man. Okay, so they end up going to the conference finals against the Miami Heat and then the Blazers. Wow, the Blazers actually beat the Utah Jazz. Damian Lillard going absolutely crazy, knowing this is probably his last hurrah with this Portland Trail Blazer team. Breaking him all the way to the conference finals, that's pretty dope. But the Pelicans beat out the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay, so we have a Blazer Heat finals. That would actually be very fun and entertaining to watch for sure. Oh, the Miami Heat are actually the NBA champions. Okay, I haven't seen a Miami Heat championship in quite some time in a 2K simulator. I'm trying to think. That might be the first one of the entire year. Maybe. Congrats to them. That's sick. So obviously being the Boston Celtics, not having all those draft picks anymore, I think I am gonna be probably simulating past the draft. Maybe just trying to find a trade, or just again going to the free agency and really what I can do with the leftover cap space we have. So the only thing I did do was trade away Grant Williams. Having a 6'6" power forward, in my opinion, is not the greatest idea. I traded him away for some center over there in the San Antonio Spurs. Eubanks. I have never heard of this guy before, but he's a 77 overall, so that's actually pretty good. And then I traded in the draft to get a higher draft pick, which was pretty nice. But as you saw from our rotation, we do not even have a starting center anymore, obviously with Al Horford leaving, and we have, I think, about $20+ million in cap space this year. Having a sort of, I guess, lock it down defensive center, I think is a really good key thing to get here, and I think giving that opportunity to someone like Mo Bamba, 24 years old, can still grow with the core of this team with that 26-year-old Jaylen Brown and 25-year-old Jason Tatum. I think that's pretty good. And again, Mitchell Robinson, who's always in this sort of free agency class as being, a really good defensive center, but sometimes if you look out, he can actually become a pretty decent, I guess, rim runner. He can average like 12 to 15 points per game. It's pretty good. And then also need a backup guard. Dennis Schroeder is gone from us and end up picking up DeLon Wright. And bad news, I actually really wanted to get Mo Bamba because he does have a little bit more of an offensive game, but he ended up getting matched with the Magic, so the Magic are keeping Mo Bamba. We, in fact, are signing Mitchell Robinson to the Boston Celtics. Not bad, especially in the league. Going up against, players like Joel Embiid, Jokic, yada yada yada. Need to have a defensive-minded center down there to help out with those guys. Also, the rookie I just drafted, trading him away for some trade bait. Obviously, only doing a 2-year rebuild. Not gonna be really needing rookies or anything like that. So, trading him away for a player who's already in a spot that I really want to be in, like a 78 to 80 overall player coming out of the bench, and Rui Hachimura. So our bench is actually starting to fill out a little bit more. Definitely another goal, upping the offense of the team, getting a nice offensive sort of wing guard player. Jeremy Lamb, obviously a player who could rest of the season. Well, I actually mean till the halfway to the season. Taking a look at the standings, we're actually first. As you guys can see, definitely not too bad, too bad, too bad, too bad. The Denver Nuggets are the first in the West, and yeah, we're actually the number one team in the entire NBA, which is actually really cool. We have the Toronto Raptors looking pretty good. Ooh, yeah, that's why Scotty Barnes. I've seen sometimes Scotty Barnes get up to like a 90 plus overall player in the second year. He can sometimes get a little OP. And the Nets look like they're a little bit under, which is great. They're definitely a tough team to sort of go past. Obviously, us already falling to them already in this video. And the NBA champions, wow, the Miami Heat are last in the Eastern Conference. That's definitely not good. Oh my god. And the Lakers are in last place for, wow, the Western Conference. That's crazy. Again, 2K really hates the Lakers this year for some reason. I don't know why, they just do. And even with Kawhi Leonard back on the Clippers, they also suck. So again, 2K is so weird with its simulation. But I don't care because we're doing good. Again, Jason Tatum is just an absolute animal. 95 overall, even 88 overall. Jaylen Brown, like this duo in 2K is absolutely amazing to have. The rest of the team is looking pretty okay, and I will say I am happy with the players. I mean, even Marcus Smart averaging nearly 8 assists a game is pretty amazing, but I think we can be better. And with the progression of Robert Williams to nearly an 83 overall type of player, I think it might be time to send him away. And I think a win now type of guy like Christian Wood could really help out our team. He is only 6'9". He is more of a scorer mentality. I think he would be a really good spot for him as a power forward, and putting him alongside a really big in Mitchell Robinson, who's really good at rim protector, doesn't need the ball in his hand. I feel like he's a big who can really help split the floor still, but also, you know, create havoc on inside, rebound really well. I think this is a really good trade opportunity, and we do have to give up 2 first-round picks, but we get one back, so it's not really like we're really trading away 2 first-round picks, and that's a really great trade, at least in my opinion. So with having Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, I think our 3-headed monster obviously isn't super crazy, but Christian Wood back in the day, man, he was averaging 20 plus points per game, looking like a potential all-star in the future type of player. I think he can really have a good spot for us. And right there, I was just showing you guys that I don't know why Jason Tatum wasn't MVP of the NBA this year. Kind of sucks, but Luka Doncic was averaging nearly a triple-double, so I guess it does kind of make sense. Colin Sexton, if you saw there, is on. Colin Sexton is the 6th man of the year, and he's on the Utah Jazz, so that's going to be literally terrifying. But at least Jason Tatum makes All-NBA first team. I think that's a little okay to me. But man, there's no even Jaylen Brown, only Jason Tatum. Like, come on. Even Darius Garland got All-NBA third team. That's pretty wild. Okay, we did end up finishing as the number 1 seed. We are looking like we might have to go up against the Cavaliers or the Wizards, I think it was. Definitely kind of scary having the Milwaukee Bucks in our bracket. I hate having to face up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Hopefully the Toronto Raptors can have a little success there and get them out. Oh, okay, so we actually go up against the Knicks. Wow, okay, Knicks. Not bad, not bad. The Wizards go as the number 7 seed. And then over in the West, we have the Spurs making the play-in and the Pelicans as well. So that's tough. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely terrified of that Utah Jazz team. If they do have Colin Sexton coming off the bench, I definitely don't no problems with that. But going into the first round against the New York Knicks, no offense to any Knicks fans out there, not too worried about that whatsoever. Oh yeah, we do beat them by 5 games, and yeah, it's just the regular old Knicks. They didn't do anything new to their team, and they actually kept Kemba Walker, which probably isn't the greatest idea, but Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, oh my god, even Marcus Smart has an amazing game. That's crazy. Wow. Okay, Jaylen Brown is having a slow start to the playoffs this year so far, but hey, if it means, you know, Marcus Smart's having 27-point games, I'm loving that. And even more is what I'm loving. The Milwaukee Bucks lose their matchup against the Toronto Raptors. Thank you, Scotty Barnes. Even though Toronto is a tough out, I have a very bad record probably against the Milwaukee crazy in the Western Conference, it seems. I mean, the Phoenix Suns lost to Memphis, but if you know this simulation, you know Memphis is a god team in the 2K sim. Okay, we ended up losing the first game, so now it's 2-2. I mean, sorry, 1-1. It's 2-1 now. Us looking pretty good. 3-1. Ooh, another gentleman sweep. Yes, sir. Okay, perfectly fine. Okay, conference finals. Philadelphia 76ers. Now, this is the main reason why I signed Mitchell Robinson. I actually have no idea if Mitchell Robinson is even a good sort of a... Oh my god, wow. The 76ers are definitely not looking all that great, but it's the main reason why I signed Mitchell Robinson is to stop players like, obviously, Joel, the process, and Embiid. I don't know if he is in real life really that great, but we'll have to see. As you saw there, I was looking at the Utah Jazz team, and yeah, that team is very scary. I really don't want to have to face them in the finals if we're doing that, but looks like we have to worry about the 76ers first, because the first game we lost, which is definitely not great. Oh no. Okay, we're down 2-1, but now we're tied at 2-2. Okay. 3-2. Oh, please. Yeah. Big ups to everyone there in Boston, for sure. Oh my god, look at that. Christian Wood, 27 points. Chef kiss, exactly what I needed him to do. I'm so glad I made that trade. That was clutch, because if I didn't and that was Robert Williams, we probably would have lost a game or two, which obviously would have lost us the entire series. So, man, super clutch. Tobias Harris only shooting the ball 3 times and scoring 6 points is definitely pretty sad to see. Also, I'm sorry, Sixers fans who really want to get Tobias Harris out of there. That's probably pretty rough. And I'm really hoping for the width. Look at the. I can totally cream this Memphis team if they make it past. I really are hoping that they make it past, even though again in 2K their simulation odds are just way higher for some reason against all teams. Oh no. Okay, well, the only time I wanted Memphis to win in the 2K simulation, they ended up losing. This Utah Jazz team is so scary because again they have Colin Sexton, Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell. It's terrifying, and it looks like we're doing pretty good without it because. Oh wait, whoa! Did I speak too soon? Don't blow 3-1. Okay, thank you. It looks like it doesn't matter because we've already won the championship. Thank God. Big round of applause. The Boston Celtics, Jason Tatum, Finals MVP. Amazing. Yeah, I don't think if we would have went up against Milwaukee, we probably would have lost. So thank goodness for Toronto because we definitely won that matchup. And again, the signings of the signing of Mitchell Robinson, the trading of Christian Wood, I feel like really also pushed us over the edge. I feel like if we would have kept Robert Williams, no offense to him, I think he's a really solid player, but I don't think we would have beaten the 76ers. So definitely made some very clutch moves there. So I'll pat myself on the back. I mean, look at that. He's averaging nearly 20 points per game. Like I said, a very solid player. You don't need a 3-headed monster to win a title. You definitely need a third option, though, and I think picking up Christian Wood really saved us on that one. Marcus Smart also almost 3 steals a game, actually. Really clutch as well, so I think I built this team pretty well, pretty realistically. If you guys have another team in mind for me to rebuild next Sunday, make sure to comment it down below. Make sure to like the video. If you also like the video, subscribe to the channel, almost to 10,000. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you guys, and I'll see you again in my next video.